More than a neighborhood, Little Havana is a cultural anthem to magnificent blend of Renaissance Italy, Cuba, and tropical Miami. Beneath the blaze of the Florida sun, where ocean winds meet Latin rhythms and pastel dreams, lies a city that moves to its own heartbeat. Welcome to Miami, where the horizon is painted in neon and the streets pulse with culture, color, and heat. This is a place where every dawn feels like a celebration and every night becomes a memory. From the glitter of South Beach to the murals of Wynwood, Miami is a canvas of life in full color, bold, diverse, and endlessly alive. This is Batuta Revisited, and today we journey through the jewel of the Atlantic coast, a place where history, flavor, and rhythm never sleep. Miami's name traces back to the Miami people, a Native American tribe who once lived near Lake Okeechobee, Miami meaning big water. Though the tribe vanished long before the city emerged, their name echoed forward into the 20th century, christening one of the most iconic cities in the world. Modern Miami was born in 1896, thanks largely to the arrival of Henry Flagler's railroad. What was once swampland transformed swiftly into a gateway between the Americas. Waves of immigrants, Cuban, Haitian, Colombian, and beyond, brought with them languages, traditions, and a relentless energy that reshaped the city's soul. Miami's past isn't merely a tale of dates and development. It's a story of resilience, migration, and reinvention. A frontier town turned international capital, Miami has never stopped evolving, and it never will. From beaches that shimmer with stardust to neighborhoods steeped in culture and art, Miami reveals itself like a mosaic, radiant, storied, and always evolving. This sun-soaked stretch of sand is more than a beach. It's a global icon and the face of Miami's glitz and glamour. South Beach, or SoBe, rose to prominence in the 1930s with its signature Art Deco architecture, and today it stands as a haven for fashion, nightlife, and people watching. Whether you're strolling Ocean Drive under neon lights or relaxing under striped umbrellas, every moment feels cinematic. Once a neglected warehouse district, Wynwood was transformed in the early 2000s into one of the world's premier street art destinations. The Wynwood Walls project, launched by visionary developer Tony Goldman, brought in legends like Shepard Fairey and Retina. Today, it's an explosion of color and commentary, a dynamic blend of artistry, activism, and urban renewal that continues to grow with every spray of paint. More than a neighborhood, Little Havana is a cultural anthem to Cuba and its diaspora. Cuban exiles began settling here in the 1960s, and their legacy lives on in every cafe window and domino game. Calle Ocho's vibrant street festivals, hand-rolled cigar shops, and Latin jazz clubs are a living history, while landmarks like the Tower Theater anchor its artistic soul. Built between 1914 and 1922 as a winter home for industrialist James Deering, Vizcaya is a magnificent blend of Renaissance Italy and tropical Miami. With imported European antiques, Baroque fountains, and formal gardens sprawling across 10 acres, the estate captures an era when Miami was still a subtropical frontier. A popular filming location, it offers visitors a glimpse into Gilded Age opulence. overlooking Biscayne Bay, PAMM is more than an art museum. It's a statement of Miami's global identity. Founded in 1984 and relocated to its sleek Herzog and de Meuron design building in 2013, the museum focuses on contemporary art from the Americas, Africa, and the Caribbean. Hanging gardens and panoramic views make it as visually stunning outside as it is intellectually stimulating within. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Everglades, is the largest subtropical wilderness in the United States. Just an hour's drive from Miami, this river of grass supports a unique ecosystem that includes panthers, roseate spoonbills, and ancient cypress swamps. Airboat tours glide across the wetlands, offering an unforgettable brush with Florida's raw, wild heartbeat, one that's remained unchanged for centuries. Nestled along Biscayne Bay, Bayside blends Miami's retail pulse with its laid-back coastal charm. Built in 1987 as part of a revitalization effort, it has since become a must-visit for both tourists and locals. Think open-air shopping, waterfront dining, live music, and the perfect launchpad for a bay cruise or speedboat ride. It's commercial, yes, but undeniably Miami. Built over 28 years by Edward Leeds Kalnin, an eccentric Latvian-American who worked entirely alone, Coral Castle remains one of America's greatest architectural mysteries. Using only hand tools, he carved over 1,000 tons of oolite limestone into walls, furniture, and celestial alignments. Some call it Florida's Stonehenge, others a love letter in stone. Either way, it's surreal, haunting, and unforgettable. And just when you think you've seen it all, the Magic City peels back another layer, daring you to look again. Beyond the neon lights and golden sands, Miami holds quiet corners and time-worn treasures that locals cherish and tourists often overlook. These hidden gems offer a deeper, more soulful glimpse into the city's beating heart. Tucked away in Coconut Grove, the Kampong is a lush, hidden botanical garden that once served as the private residence of famed horticulturist David Fairchild. With rare tropical plants, serene views of Biscayne Bay, and a sense of time standing still, it's a peaceful escape from the city's pulse. Carved from a coral rock quarry in 1924, this spring-fed oasis in Coral Gables features waterfalls, grottos, and Mediterranean-style architecture. It's not just a swim, it's a step back into a golden age of elegance and escape. Located in the heart of Little Haiti, this museum quietly preserves and showcases the vibrant art, music, and political legacy of Haiti's diaspora in Miami. It's a bold, beautiful corner of the city where heritage and resistance live side by side. A surreal and almost mythical collection of pastel-colored houses perched above the water in Biscayne Bay, Stiltsville feels like a mirage. Accessible only by boat, these decaying remnants of Prohibition-era leisure whisper stories of wild nights and fading time. Miami has nurtured voices that have echoed far beyond the shoreline, from the halls of Congress to Hollywood screens and global concert stages. Here are the city's brightest stars born of its energy and spirit. The first Latina elected to the U.S. Congress, Rose Letnan, was born in Havana but raised in Miami, where she became a trailblazer for Hispanic representation and a respected bipartisan figure. A physician and social advocate born in Miami, Greer is renowned for his work with underserved communities and founding Camillus Health Concern. He's received the MacArthur Genius Grant for his medical and humanitarian efforts. One of America's most acclaimed poets, McGrath has called Miami home for decades. His vivid, sprawling works often explore themes of consumerism, place, and the lush contradiction of Floridian life. Born in Cuba, but deeply rooted in Miami's art scene, Bedia is a renowned painter and installation artist. His work blends Afro-Cuban spirituality with indigenous motifs and has elevated Miami's global art profile. Though born in the Bahamas, Poitier was raised in Miami. He became the first Black man to win the Academy Award for Best Actor, reshaping Hollywood and racial representation in American film. Born in Miami to a British-Argentine family, Taylor-Joy rose to international acclaim through roles in The Queen's Gambit and The Menu, with a style and intensity that reflect her multicultural upbringing. Born in Miami to Cuban parents, Mendez made her mark in Hollywood with roles in Training Day and Hitch, while also becoming a fashion icon and advocate for Latino representation. Often called the Queen of Latin Pop, Estefan was raised in Miami and rose to global stardom with the Miami Sound Machine, fusing Cuban rhythms with American pop. Mr. 305 himself, Pitbull is Miami personified. With chart-topping hits and an international presence, he proudly carries the city's energy and swagger in every beat. Honorary Mentions. Some personalities may not have been born in Miami, but their legacies are tightly interwoven with the city's rhythm and soul, Muhammad Ali. Though born in Kentucky, Ali famously trained in Miami's historic Fifth Street Gym. The city played a pivotal role in shaping his early career and global persona. DJ Khaled, born in New Orleans but raised in Miami, DJ Khaled has become one of the most recognizable figures in hip-hop and pop culture, constantly shouting out the city that helped build his empire. Barry Jenkins. The Oscar-winning director of Moonlight, a story deeply set in Miami, Jenkins brought global attention to the city's underrepresented communities and haunting beauty. Enrique Iglesias. The Latin pop superstar, though born in Spain, spent much of his life and built his career in Miami, helping cement the city's reputation as a capital of Latin music. From icons to innovators, Miami's spirit lives through its people. But to truly feel the city, you've got to taste it. Let's explore where Miami eats. From bold Caribbean spices to elegant waterfront dining, Miami's culinary scene is as vibrant and diverse as the city itself. Here are some of the best spots that capture the essence of its flavor. An iconic South Beach institution, since 1913, Joe's is famous for its sweet, succulent stone crab claws and classic sides like hash browns and key lime pie. This historic eatery helped put Miami Beach on the culinary map, serving politicians, celebrities, and locals alike for over a century. Housed in a charming 1940s cottage in the Design District, Mandolin serves up authentic Greek and Turkish dishes with fresh Mediterranean flair. Think grilled octopus, moussaka, and homemade baklava. The undisputed heart of Cuban cuisine in Miami. Located in Little Havana, Versailles is more than just a restaurant. It's a cultural landmark where locals gather over café con leche and ropa vieja. Since 1971, it's been the unofficial town hall of Cuban Miami, reflecting decades of political dialogue and culinary tradition. This Brooklyn transplant brings wood-fired thin-crust pizza to a cozy setting in Miami Beach. Known for its simple ingredients and flawless execution, Calle is perfect for pizza purists. It blends New York pedigree with Miami cool, attracting foodies and celebrities in equal measure. Tucked in off Collins Avenue, this French-style sandwich bar is beloved for its oversized baguettes and house-made vinaigrette, a late-night staple with a cult following. It's been feeding night owls and beachgoers since 1988 with European flair and tropical charm. Located in Wynwood, Calle combines traditional Mexican street food with modern cool, fresh tortillas, flavorful fillings, and even a hidden bar in the back. It's where tacos meet nightlife. It embodies the spirit of Wynwood, edgy, flavorful, and always full of surprise. Award-winning cocktails meet gourmet bar food at this popular midtown spot. Try the cauliflower nachos or the burger, but stay for the world-class drinks and high-energy vibe. Voted one of the world's best bars, it celebrates Miami's cocktail renaissance with bold flair. This artisanal donut shop in Wynwood creates handcrafted flavor-packed donuts like maple bacon and guava, plus cheese. Expect long lines, and the wait is worth every bite. It was part of the early wave of makers that turned Wynwood into a culinary and creative hub. A no-frills, old-school Cuban burger joint serving Miami's famous fritas, spiced beef patties topped with shoestring fries on a Cuban bun. A true local gem. Featured on Anthony Bourdain's show, it preserves the humble, hearty soul of Miami street food. A Wynwood favorite and a symbol of Miami's artisanal food scene. Zach's Jewish deli-style breads, pastries, and hearty breakfasts draw lines daily and serve soul with every bite. This kosher bakery helped redefine Miami's identity beyond beaches, as a city of makers and storytellers. From legendary stone crabs to late-night fritas, Miami's flavor is a passport to its history. But its cultural legacy goes beyond the plate. Let's dive into the stories Miami tells through film, music, and art. Miami has long captivated the imagination of artists and audiences alike, a city where neon lights, Latin rhythms, and sun-soaked streets provide the perfect cinematic canvas. Scarface, Brian De Palma's cult classic, featuring Al Pacino as Tony Montana, became an icon of both crime cinema and Miami's gritty glamour. Bad Boys, this high-octane buddy cop film starring Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, used Miami's streets and skyline as the backdrop for explosive action. The Birdcage, a vibrant depiction of Miami Beach's LGBTQ+ scene, with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane bringing comedy and heart. Moonlight, the Oscar-winning coming-of-age drama, told a deeply human story set in Liberty City, exploring identity, masculinity, and love. Miami Vice, the definitive 80s cop show, famous for its pastel suits, synth soundtrack, and slick depiction of South Beach cool. Dexter, a dark yet stylish drama about a forensic analyst/serial killer, blending Miami's sunny facade with its shadowy underbelly. The Golden Girls, though mostly set indoors, the beloved sitcom gave audiences a warm, sunny picture of retirement life in Miami. CSI Miami, a spin-off that leaned heavily into the city's sunlit crime scene drama, with Horatio Cane's iconic one-liners. Miami by Joan Didion, a literary portrait of exile, espionage, and identity, exploring the city's Cuban-American experience with elegance and insight. The Year of Dangerous Days, by Nicholas Griffin, a gripping nonfiction chronicle of Miami in 1980 when the city stood on the edge of chaos and transformation. Welcome to Miami by Will Smith, a breezy anthem celebrating the city's nightlife and beachside swagger. I Know You Want Me, Calle by Pitbull, a global club hit that cemented Pitbull's status as Mr. 305 and spotlighted Little Havana. And so, from Ocean Drive's neon glow to the rhythms echoing through Little Havana, Miami reveals itself as a city of bold color, deep roots, and limitless flavor. We've barely scratched the surface, but hopefully, the magic of the Magic City has already begun to stir your wanderlust. Until next time on Batuta Revisited, where every city tells a story and every journey is a passport to wonder. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep exploring the world one unforgettable city at a time. What's your favorite Miami memory? Or the spot you're now dying to visit? Let us know in the comments below.